5 Big Ten games on Saturday. Let's only really hit on the one that I think everybody's going to be watching. That's Michigan, Ohio State. I mean, the entire season has been building up to this. So now, based on where the teams are right now, how do you see this game playing out?
I think it's going to be another great football game. Michigan has won the last 2 years, and they won actually, kind of convincingly.
Yeah.
If they win this year, I don't think it's going to be that kind of game, because I do think Ohio State, I think they're better on defense this year than they were the last 2 years. In Jim Knowles' second year, I think this is the best defense that they've had. And I think they're hitting their stride offensively. And I think Michigan has gotten by without Jim Harbaugh on the sideline these last 2 weeks at Penn State and at Maryland. Being at home will help, but I do think they will miss him on the sidelines in this game. And I will not be surprised if Ohio State doesn't go in there and get the job done.
One thing that we know we won't hear as much is that Jim Harbaugh's in the hotel watching. Now, we might hear that he's at home watching.
Yeah.
He won't be in the hotel watching.
Yeah.
I'm most curious. First of all, Roman Wilson's got to be healthy.
Yeah.
If Roman Wilson's not healthy, Michigan's offense looks entirely different than what it looks like with him. And
the other thing, Noah, that and I haven't read any of the reports coming out of Ann Arbor yet, but Ladarius Henderson, their starting left tackle, did not play. All right, so they started. What's his name? The kid who transferred from Stanford. His name's escaped me right now.
Yeah, I've got it behind. Yes.
Anyway, he started at left tackle. He gets hurt. All right. So now to finish the game, they take Carson Barnhart, who's the right tackle, move him to left tackle, and Trente Jones, who's like the extra offensive lineman, plays right tackle. And so, that's not their best version. This is the Joe Moore award-winning offensive line the last 2 years. So I'm curious to see if Henderson was just held out for precaution, if he's going to be good to go, or what their offensive line looks like going into that game, because that, their offensive line and defensive line has been the reason they've beaten Ohio State the last 2 years. And it'll be interesting to see if they're at full strength or not.
The other main point for this game, the biggest games is when the stars tend to shine brightest. And I think everybody's been waiting. A lot of people are saying, well, what is Marvin Harrison? Where is he in the Heisman ranking? Where is he in the best players in college football? A lot of people do believe that he is the best player in college football in terms of skill set, in terms of impact to the team. If he's that guy in many ways, and we believe he is, he'll have a major impact in this game. And if he does have a major impact in this game, and I'm talking eye-popping numbers, I'm talking crazy stats that Michigan hasn't allowed to anybody this year, does that change the way he's talked about for New York at the end of the year?
Well, I think so. I mean, because I'm sure there's voters like me who, they think, okay, how do these guys play in the biggest games, right? That's what matters the most. And there's no stage bigger than the Ohio State Michigan game. You know who else has that opportunity to show up and play big is Blake Corum. Yeah. Remember, he didn't play in this game last year. And when they played 2 years ago, when they won, he was kind of the second guy that came in. Hassan Haskins was the main guy, and Blake Corum was kind of the change-up guy. Now he's the main guy. He's the bell cow. Did not play last year after getting hurt against Illinois. Played one play, carried the ball one time, but he couldn't play. And so, he's itching to play and to play well in his last game at the Big House against Ohio State in this game.